It was a very busy time for the engines of the NWR.
Hurry up! I'm very busy today.
Goods were arriving night and day at the docks, but sometimes the other engines worked so hard that their axles ached. Captain Cole aborted a new engine to help with the heavy workload. He was long and had 10 drive wheels, and he looked very smart. This is Murdoch. He's going to be pulling freight on the main line. Ahoy, Murdoch! Welcome, Murdoch.
You're the biggest engine I've ever seen.
You're a chancy lad.
Soon Murdoch was coming to a long line of heavy trucks. His boiler strained and his wheels started to turn, and the mighty engine puffed away. Murdoch longed for some peace and quiet, but everywhere he went, it was noisy and crowded. By the end of the day, Murdoch was looking forward to a long rest. But the other engines were full of questions.
What's the longest train you've ever pulled?
Have you ever crashed?
Please, I want some peace and quiet, and I don't want to share a shed with chatterbox engines.
I was only trying to be friendly.
So Murdoch went to sleep in another shed with Harvey and Salty. Have you worked a Marsh sale?
No, I don't think I've had.
Well, I once worked there. Let me tell you a story about it.
No thanks, I need to get some sleep now.
The next day, Murdoch collected another long heavy train. This time, he chuffed into the beautiful countryside. At last he had some peace and quiet. Suddenly his driver put on the brakes. There were sheep on the tracks. The sheep escaped from the field through that broken fence. They tried to chase the sheep back. First this way, and then that way. They tried everything, but nothing worked. We'll never move these sheep by ourselves. I'll go phone for help. But Murdoch was unhappy. The noisy sheep were spoiling his peace and quiet. The Fat Controller was enjoying afternoon tea when he got the call. Sheep? I'll send Toby and the farmer immediately. The sheep were becoming noisier and noisier.
Please stop! I'd rather be back with the chatterbox engines!
Just then, Toby chuffed into view.
Toby, we're certainly glad to see you.
Before long, the farmer and his dog got to work. safely back into their field. And Murdoch was on his way again. That evening, he returned to the shed where Harvey and Salty were resting. "Well, it looks like you've had a busy day, me hearty." Just then, Edwin and Rick arrived to the shed and Murdoch spoke to them.
I'm sorry that I was cross. I'm very glad to share a shed with you.
That's alright.
"And we're pleased to have your company." "Arr, we are. It reminds me of a story." Murdoch smiled. The sound of bar 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 would have kept him awake, but one of Salty's stories would send him happily to sleep.